So then guys, the iPhone 17 models are due out in about 4 months from now. Now there's one particular iPhone I haven't really covered on this channel, and that is the normal iPhone 17. I've been talking to you guys about the iPhone 17 Air, I've been talking to you about the iPhone 17 Pro, the 17 Pro Max, but what about some love to the successor to the normal iPhone 16 we have right here? What about the normal 17 model? What looks like it's going to be the baseline kind of model coming out this year in 2025. Well, the great news is I want to tell you about 10 upgrades and features and information that you need to know about for the new iPhone 17, what's going to replace the iPhone 16 that we have right here. And with that, first of all, I want to tell you about the biggest leak, what I think is the most important one, and that's all to do with the display, and that is we are finally getting ProMotion added to the normal iPhone 17. So that's right, for the first time ever that a normal iPhone is going to get ProMotion. We've only had, say, ProMotion ever since, say, the iPhone 13 Pro models, and like I said, only been in the Pro models, but finally, a normal iPhone is going to get this. We're not going to have that 60 Hertz panel anymore. We're going to have ProMotion inside of this, also ProMotion in the iPhone 17 Air, and obviously the Pro and the Pro Max. So this is fantastic news to hear. And with that, that also leads on to my second big upgrade, that automatically, if we're getting ProMotion, the other cool thing we're also going to get on a normal iPhone for the first time is an always-on display. So obviously, like I said before, the iPhone 14s, the 15s, and the 16s have had lots of love with always-on display. Well, it looks like we're going to get that also with the iPhone 17 normal this time round, that you'll be able to use that kind of standby stand at night and things like this. So yeah, this will be really, really cool that you can have an always on display and also get your notifications and things like that without having to turn on your full display and drain your battery more. And then for the third upgrade, and keeping along with the actual display, we've also been told that this new ProMotion display, which is going to be put inside of the normal iPhone 17, is also going to be brighter than we have right now. Currently, iPhone 16 actually has a 1600 nits display, if it's just standard, not using HDR, just the standard kind of brightness out there. But we've been told it's going to have about a 30% increase. So if you did the maths, that's just over 2000 nits. And personally, I think it's going to be about 2000 nits, because obviously that would just make a lot more sense to round it up like that. But this definitely means we're going to get a brighter display on the new iPhone 17 too. And this is great news to hear, that obviously if you're out in the sun and things like this, that obviously, you know, if you've got light reflecting on it, this is going to look even better this time round. And then for the fourth upgrade to go alongside of this, and again, it's to do with the screen. There's lots of screen upgrades happening, and that is that the actual screen size is going to increase in size. Currently, with the iPhone 16, we have a 6.1 inch display, and we've had 6.1 inch for a very, very long time now. In fact, we've had that ever since the likes of the iPhone XR. That's how long ago we've had it. It went to the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now we've got to the 17. It's finally being increased slightly more to 6.3 inches. This is the same size as an iPhone 16 Pro model, so we're going to get a slightly bigger display inside of this phone, what is also really awesome to hear. And then for the fifth big upgrade we've heard about, and that is, this is going to happen to all of the iPhones, is that the actual front-facing camera is also getting an upgrade. It's going to be upgraded to a 24 megapixel camera inside of the dynamic island. We've actually had the same 12 megapixel camera now ever since the iPhone 14 Pro models, and that was all put into all the 15s and 16 models, but we're now going to get a 24 megapixel camera. So this basically means we're going to get sharper images, probably better kind of skin tones and glows and things like this. This is going to look a lot better now for the new front-facing selfie camera. And then for the sixth big upgrade, and whether you call this upgrade or not, what I am going to say is, you see the design that we have right now for the iPhone 16? Well, that design is going to stay. We've got this new design with the two cameras here like this for the iPhone 16, you know, going vertically like this. It's going to stay along for the iPhone 17. Obviously, we're getting that slightly bigger screen, so the chassis is going to be slightly bigger there, but overall the actual design is going to stay exactly the same. And for the actual cameras, we're expecting them both to be a 48 48 megapixels in both of these now, in the ultra wide and the wide. But what I would be saying is don't expect any kind of extra special kind of camera features. Probably that the actual sensors are going to be very similar to what we got with the wide and ultra wide in the iPhone 16 Pro models. So yeah, this is what we'll be getting on the rear cameras for the new iPhone 17 normal. Now, something else that's going to happen way before the iPhone 17 comes out, and that is the giveaway we're doing on this channel for this right here. I have a MacBook Air in sky blue 13.6-inch model, and I'm giving it away to one lucky subscriber on this channel. And the great thing is you can still enter into this giveaway right now for this. All you have to do is just put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it is going to be the new iPhone 17 model you're going to get. Or maybe it's going to be a new MacBook Pro or something else. Maybe it's got nothing to do with Nintendo whatsoever. It could be, for example, the new Nintendo Switch 2 it's just about to release. Or it could be something else completely different, like a DJI drone or something like this. Just put it down into the comments below right now. Now, the other part of the actual giveaway is going to be happening near the end of June time, where I'll be making a video giving you even more details, including a form to fill in and also other bits and pieces too. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss out on that video. Plus, you also want to be a subscriber too, because obviously I'm giving this away to a lucky subscriber. Now, this MacBook Air, something else I just want to quickly mention, it's no ordinary binned version of it. This here has had some great upgrades put inside of it. Starting out with the M4 chip, it's actually the normal M4, not a binned one, so I like to call this the full fat version. So it's 10-core CPU, a 10-core GPU, and also we've got an upgrade from 16 gigabytes of RAM up to 24 gigabytes of RAM, and then we've also got an upgrade to 512 gigabytes of storage instead of the 256 gigabyte what you normally get as standard. So that's going to be fantastic for the lucky person who gets their hands on this MacBook Air right here. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys about this giveaway is that sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, sending you WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best to see right here. Please do report them. So moving on then from this, let's talk a bit more about the guts of the actual iPhone 17 model, what's going to replace the iPhone 16. And starting out with the chip inside of it, we're actually going to get TSMC's next generation of the A19 put inside of it. That's right, the A19. It's not going to be the A19 Pro, but obviously if you look at the A18 and the A18 Pro, there's not much in it in CPU power. It's mainly to do with, say, the graphical cores, but most likely the actual sort of core setup is going to be exactly the same. It will be a bit more efficient. It will also be a little bit more faster this time round. But yeah, we're going to get the A19 put inside the likes of the iPhone 17. And then for the 8th upgrade, the great thing is we've also been told that RAM is going to be up to. We've been told now that all of the iPhone 17 models, including the Air, the Pro models, and the new 17 normal, are all going to get 12 gigabytes of RAM inside of it, up from 8 gigabytes of RAM, what we got with the iPhone 16 range. So this is fantastic news. It means there's going to be more expansion, that you can open up more apps at the same time. And then also too, that obviously that if you're going to use Apple Intelligence, there's more expansion there for that, for future proofing with that too. And then for the 9th upgrade we've heard about is that the new iPhone 17 is also going to get its own custom chip put inside of it for a modem and also Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So what I mean by this, if you know the iPhone 16, it's got the C1 chip. We're not going to get the exact C1 chip put inside of this phone. We're going to get something very similar to that, where we're actually going to get Apple to create their own modem, and it will be a 5G antenna in this. We're also going to get Wi-Fi inside of this too. Wi-Fi 7, most of them more likely, and then also the latest Bluetooth technology is also put inside of this. But the great thing is it means it's going to be more efficient, like the iPhone 16e, so it means battery life will be better too. And talk about battery life, well, that finally leads me on to the 10th big upgrade, and that is battery life is definitely going to be better. And the main reason behind that is, do you remember I said we're going to get a 6.3-inch display inside of this iPhone? So that automatically means the chassis is going to get slightly bigger, so that means a slightly bigger battery can go inside of the likes of the iPhone 17. So battery life will go up, and then this also means with that new kind of custom modem chip I just spoke about for the 9th upgrade, and also the A19 with its efficiencies there, you can imagine battery life is going to shoot up by a couple more hours now with the iPhone 17. So this is fantastic news to hear too. But with that then guys, are you excited for the new iPhone 17 normal? Is this an iPhone that you'll consider, or maybe a different iPhone model? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well guys, time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. And as always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.